Welcome back, everyone, to our playthrough of the career mode here in NASCAR Heat 2. So before we head to our next race, let's go ahead and take a quick moment to take a look at the schedule and just discuss a little bit about where we've been the last few races. You can see here we were at Iowa and then Michigan and Pocono before that. So we got some good finishes there, a third, a first, and then a 14th. And look, I got to tell you, the one I enjoyed probably the most of all of those was the 14th place finish at Iowa because it was a short track. And it seems like the closer to the middle of the field you get, some of the more cars you're around and some really intense racing can happen there. So I'm kind of developing an affinity to try to finish as close to sort of that 10th to 15th, maybe even 15th to 20th sort of positions. Running in there seems to be quite a bit of fun. And so we'll see how that goes moving forward. But of course, today's video is going to be very simple. It's going to be wild because we are headed to a restrictor plate track. We are headed to Daytona. So there's not a whole lot to say about Daytona as far as the car goes. We're in a 5-star car, so we're going to have equal horsepower with the top teams, and grip shouldn't be that much of an issue. So we'll get there. We'll check out a setup that will hopefully make us competitive without making us, too much faster than the field, and it'll be an interesting balance. I can't wait to get there. Let's head to Daytona. All right, so before we get the race started, let's take a quick look at the setup itself. Nothing fancy here, a pretty standard setup that should help slow the car down a little bit by taking away some of the speed in the corners. And a couple of ways I've done that that you should be fairly familiar with if you've been following along with the series. Nose weight is up to 51.0, again, just to move a little bit more weight forward. It hurts the rotation of the car a little bit, should scrub off some speed in the corners. Same thing with the spring settings. Running a stiffer right front than left front spring will scrub off some speed in the corners, make the car tighter, that kind of thing. Same thing with the rear springs, 350 pounds across both the left and right rear. Again, hurts the rotation of the car, should scrub off some speed in the corners. And then the same thing goes with the camber. The less camber we run, the less speed that we can carry through the corners. So all of that is fairly standard. The gear setting is, I believe that's actually default. I haven't changed it since we got to the track itself. So all of this pretty standard, nothing extraordinary going on with the setup. So let's get this race started. All right, folks, we are green here at Daytona. Trying to avoid lifting off the gas here at the first because the AI love to pull out way ahead of you, and then you end up losing the draft if you're not careful. So let's see what happens. So far, so good. They've managed to pull away. They always put you in some awkward positions to start these races. Sometimes you pull, like in that case, we're pulling right down on the car to our inside, which makes it kind of weird. All right, we want to get up here on this high side. No is the answer to that, because you're not going to go anywhere. You can see there is absolutely nowhere for us to go. Now we can try to continue to, get up here on the high side, maybe take it 3 wide, that kind of thing. That is a recipe for almost certain disaster, as you see right there. J.J. Yaley doesn't even want to give us room to operate up there. So yeah, we're just going to have to get down to the bottom, starting all the way back in the back. That shouldn't hurt us too terribly much. We'll make it up as far as we can make it in the short amount of time that we have. Having to drag the brake here. Dylan Lupton is right in front of us, and boy, are we slowing down. And for whatever reason, AI just do not go through the corners very well. We're basically shoving Dylan Lupton around the track. Now he'll give us just enough room to get under him. We're going to try to continue that. Yep, with the 0. He didn't want to give us room, but we were already here. All right. Black is going to give us some room underneath. Again, I'm trying to hug up to these guys as much as I can and try to sniff some of their draft. I don't know exactly how detailed the drafting is in this game, so I'm just going to try to stay as close to them as I can and hope that I can get at least a little bit of draft off of them so we don't get too much of a loss of speed. Time adjustment, we need to leave him behind us. Still surprised he's running in the back of the pack, because generally in the races I've seen him run, he has run very well. And David Starr is going to block us. Try to get us to push him to the front. Not a bad technique. I love his sponsor, Whataburger. Absolutely love that. Let's see if we can get underneath him and go about our business. No, he's going to continue. There we go. Nope. He's still right with us. All right, finally we're going to be able to get to his inside. That moves us up into the mid-20s. Not sure why these guys keep going up so much in the corners. Sliding up the track is not needed. Sniff the draft off the 21, then pull out. You can see we've got a few miles an hour on him. Another sponsor I can get behind, Booyah, run up in front of us. I can absolutely get behind that. Love that name. Ooh, look out there, Ryan. See, we're here. All right, not bad. Coming up on halfway in a 13-lap race. Make a little room in here. We're coming through. Joey Gaze, he's got an opportunity to really block us here because we don't have much of a run. But he's going to give us just enough room to slide under. That definitely would not happen in real life. They would be blocking for all their worth. And rightfully so. Woo, look out there. I think that's Kevin Harvick driving that 41. All right, Brendan Gaughan is going to kill our run. Pulling down in front of us. So we're up to 11th, just outside the top 10, and if we just stay right where we are, we'll probably get to the top 10 pretty quickly, simply by passing cars that are in the outside line. Brendan Gaughan's car looks like it's possessed right next to us. Going to give me the bottom. You are. I like it. So we might make it to the front yet. At the start of this race, I didn't really think we were going to have the ability to get there, but now it looks like we have a real good chance. And boy, look at the run we've got now. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to drag the brake a little bit. And who do we find at the front of the pack but Bubba Wallace? All right, so now we're to his inside. Now we get to have a little fun. We made it to the front. Now it's time to have a little fun, race a little bit. I really want to get up on that high side. If we can get a high line that's formed up here at the front of the pack, I really want to get up there and see if we can lead from up there. I'm not particularly interested in just running the bottom and blocking the whole rest of the race. That's not fun. All right, so if it'll move that laps to go out of the way, let's see. Now, right now, there's just nobody up there. If Bubba can get some friends and meet us up here in the front, then I am interested. Let's pull up here. Now, don't really see anything. We'll let the 20 car. He's headed to our inside. At least I thought he was. All right, come on, high side. Y'all need to form up. Give me a reason to go up there. mean, I don't want to just go up there and fall straight to the back or back to 5th or 7th or whatever it would be. At the same time, all right, so who's up here? And the answer is nobody. At least not for several cars anyway. Ouch. That wasn't very nice. All right, so now we get to be back in the pack a little bit, have a little fun, see if we can make our way back up to the front. You can see Bubba's behind us now. Let's see what we can do with the 20 car here. I don't really want to follow anybody, quite frankly. But if he shows a little speed up here, I will push him. There we go. A little push for him. And ouch. Inside line there, JJ Reddick is leaning on me. All right, we will not be following that many people. So let's try to squeeze our way through the middle. What's the worst thing that could happen, right? Just a wreck. Ouch. Oh, the bottom line, look at that. They are just slamming into me. Come on now. I mean, you got to have better AI than that. What good is the AI if they can't even hold a line? All right. Try to give them a little room here. All right, let's push. Let's push. About the only option we have right now. Push, push, push. I mean, we've definitely got the speed. But unfortunately, these other guys just seem to go straight to the back. Ouch. More beating and banging. We're going to go try to go through the middle. All right, final lap. Here we go. Doesn't matter at this point. We'll either wreck or we'll finish good. I don't even care which one it is. And we almost got wrecked. Here we go. Nice little run there. Nice little run here. Trying to give them a little room on the bottom. All right, Ross Chastain, we're going. We're going. Go to the front. Go, go, go. Push. All right, not bad. We finished 4th. Now, of course, we could have held the bottom and probably easily won that race, but what's the point of that? That's no fun. Try to get up in that high line, make some things happen. Unfortunately, the AI just don't seem to like you being up there. But we'll work with that. 4th place finish. We were trying to help that 4 car get a victory. Still not a bad payday. All in all, we're still in 5th in the point standings. Not bad. You can see Justin Allgaier has 3 wins as we do. Elliott Sadler a couple. And then William Byron and Eric Jones each have 1. As far as those who are ahead of us, I still think we're going to have an issue when we get down to the end of the season and it's playoff time, with too many drivers having a win to just say win and you're in. I don't think it's going to be that simple when we get there. But either way, we're in no danger of being left out with our 3 victories, and who knows how many we'll have by the time we get there. All right, incentive contract. Nope, didn't make it there. We already knew that was going to happen, so no big deal there. All right, let's see what's up next. So first we got to pick a incentive contract. Oh, let's see. Wow. challenging. 4 wins in 5 races. All right, we'll just go with the normal. And now it is time to head to Kentucky. So, and it looks like there might actually be a chance, if you look on the Saturday there, the Monster Cup, we might actually get an opportunity for another hot seat offer in the Cup cars at Kentucky as well. So that'll be interesting to see. Kentucky, another 1.5-mile track. Going to have to make some decisions on how I want to attack this and how far toward the front we want to try to get. Again, I'm starting to like sort of mid-pack in the way the racing is there. A lot more cars around to fight and duke it out with, as opposed to the front. Generally, when you get toward the front, running in the top 5 or so, there's a lot fewer cars. They seem to be more spread out. So, a lot to think about. A lot of changes that we can make to the setup and try to get ourselves either toward the front or more mid-pack. But that'll do it for today's video. Thank you very much for joining me. And stay tuned for more NASCAR Heat 2 coverage here at Knee Pit Gaming.